The Mitre 10 Cup, brought to you by Mitre 10.
Sunday afternoon rugby comes to you from Rugby Park in Invercargill, where hometown Southland Stags will host the Bay of Plenty Steamers. The season 2018 draws to a close. Both sides will reflect back on disappointing seasons that sees them both out of playoff contention with one round to go. Therefore, really just playing for positive finishes to take into their summer break. But there is a real sense of excitement and belief amongst the locals that today is the day that the Stags will break the winning drought that now stretches to 18 matches. And the visitors, Bay of Plenty, well, surprisingly for me, have resisted making any changes. They're starting 15 after the short turnaround from Wednesday's performance against Otago. The recipe for success this afternoon will revolve around a solid tight five and a loose forward trio. Don't mind rolling their sleeves up and doing the hard graft. Plenty of excitement too. Some of those younger players, Simonson and Trask in the back line, and experience and firepower on that bench as well for Bay of Plenty. Joining me in co-commentary this afternoon, Ben Castle.
Yeah, good afternoon, Richard. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, we've just seen Bay of Plenty. They're not an 8-2 team, and Southland, as we look at their line-out, they've struggled for momentum this season also. Some moments of brilliance through that team, but nowhere near the consistency required. We've got the group first start and the loose head jumper today. They'll be led at the back by Tony Lambourne. Of course, their captain, James Wilson. Very important head in that back line, and if today is the day, that'll please Coach Dave Hewitt, no less.
And completing our commentary team this afternoon in Invercargill, sideline Kirsty Stanway.
Thanks very much, Richard. Yes, it was a miserable old morning in Invercargill this morning, but it's actually turned out all right. There's a reasonable southwesterly breeze, cloud cover, but no rain. And get this, the locals say they've had dry games for the past 2 years. Not a bad record at all. Southland, of course, they've started well. They've won the toss and will be running from left to right on your screen. That's into the wind. Interesting choice for them there. Maybe they're just trying to mix things up, though, to break that 18-game losing streak. Richard.
Thanks, Kirsty. Well, that's what the locals tell you. They tell you a lot of things down here. Some of them, not all of them, true, Kirsty. So, yeah, it's been a long time. I think in terms of droughts, the more important one is the fact that they haven't won a game for quite some time. There's a reasonable sort of a crowd rolling in at Rugby Park this afternoon. I'll be pleased that the weather has cleared for this game. Teams go through their last second preparations, and it's Plenty led out by Canadian international Tyler Ardron. But the well-travelled and versatile Hoani Motenga has been a powerful presence for Bay of Plenty in season 2018, featuring in 7 of their 8 matches. He's a threat with the ball in hand. He doesn't mind making his presence felt in the contact, and he's a pretty handy line-out option as well for them. So if they're to be successful this afternoon, he'll be a big part of that. Hoani Motenga, a bit of experience up front. James Lay, Tom Crozier, Ross Hildenhouse, and there's Mitch Carpick. One thing you'll know you can pretty much put your house on is he will give everything. He gets the opportunity. He'll go for 80 minutes as well, Mitch Carpick. This week. Wait, the local team about to run out in front of their home fans. Warm applause too. Not a great record. Talked about that. Played 7, lost 7 season 2018, and a couple of tough matches to come too. Wednesday they back up against Auckland, and then they round out 2018 Mitre 10 Cup campaign against Manawatu, and Monarchy Selby Rickett has been a standout for Southland, and he's really delivered for them in the challenging circumstances, averaging 15 tackles a game. He's their go-to in the lineouts with 37 takes and 3 steals. And to cap off an impressive season, Ben, he's currently the Stags' top try scorer as well. Ball deliverer this afternoon, young Reese Hopkinson Pedersen, 6 years of age from Very school. Shows a clean pair of heels too as he makes his way off. And our officials this afternoon,
yeah, stay behind if you change.
Congratulations to Tiffany Cottrell on debut.
Good to go. Sweet.
Jaden Watson, Taylor Swan, and our TMO, Kirk Ray. Underway here, and immediately Manati Selby Rickett into the action for the Southland side. And well, they immediately show their intentions, shifting the ball wide, kick into space behind. The pressure's good from Southland. Over the top they come, but plenty do a good job to recycle this. Hepatema. Half gap early for Terence Hepatema. Continue down the tram tracks, quick hands. Moani Martinga keeps the ball alive. But plenty, and they do, all ever so close to the sideline, but they've maintained possession. Now Pepe into his work. Now they release wide. Bay of Plenty. Liam Steele into the contact. Southland defence up quickly. Bay of Plenty have to go back and reset. Campbell takes his time, looks at his options. Sees the big forward standing out there, and nice little offload too it is from Ola Ardron, the skipper, and here they go. Bay of Plenty, players in motion. Change of direction, no one there at halfback. Now James Lay beats the first tackle inside the Bay of Plenty, the Southland 22 come Bay of Plenty. Fuatai, no room, not held. Yes, he was.
Tackle.
A good, entertaining opening to this game, Ben.
Oh, very good. A good 11 phases from Bay of Plenty. That was their left winger. Vasu Fuatai just penalised, carrying on play. Deemed to be held on the ground, but nonetheless it's a good 11 phases, getting over the advantage line, starting to break tackles.
That's a good nudge from James Wilson. A lot of angle on that, and he's got a side almost up to halfway. Jesse McDonald. Short line out for Southland. Spot on. And again, to the midfield. Set, quick recycle, it's slow, but they've turned it over, done well here at the breakdown, Manawatu. And then a stab into space, and the chase is on. Comfortable though for Isaac Te Tamaki, although he's under pressure now. And eventually snared in the in-goal area. That's great pressure from Manawatu, from Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, brilliant work, Mitch Carpick. Going for the short line out option. Of course, the Bay of Plenty loose forwards, they could get out, keep your eyes on Mitch Carpick coming around. There he is, straight over the ball. Mitch, as you said at the start of the commentary that he would be involved in a turnover. That's Ardron. He's put it on his big left foot and a great chase. Pressure now on.
Ben, I'm running a sweepstake on Mitch Carpick's headgear, how long it takes before it's riding as a top hat. Already in amongst the action, so no surprises there. Number 7 for Bay of Plenty.
I need you in 2-8, shoulder on.
It's already drifted up after the first breakdown.
It's his blazer game today. Mitch Carpick. Special occasion, special for any player representing their province to earn that blazer. 15 matches, Bay of Plenty.
Pretty good scrums. Out to go head-to-head here. Southland operating at 90% efficiency on their own ball. Bay of Plenty just 1% better. So this will be a good contest. Luke Campbell just makes his way back to make sure that he knows what's going on. Caleb Trask delivers the message. And this is a tough one for Southland defend. Martinga out of the boots is a danger. There's a reasonable blindside too, so Southland will be conscious of that. Scrum good, solid. Martinga looks right to Campbell, finds it, pops it out. Try time, simple as that.
Oh, and 8-9-14. It's pretty easy, very stable scrum. James Lay, Samoan loose head prop. That loose head prop for Bay of Plenty. But across their front row, they were very stable. The ball at the back, plenty of options. Campbell goes right, and Martinga, simple. A tackle that had to be made, really, but pretty easy.
Oh, it sure was. Lewis Orman having to make the decision too of whether or not to come off his wing, make the spot tackle, decided to, and that created the easy overlap for Simonson. So Bay of Plenty, very good start.
Simonson, a cross-code star as well. Of course, he's in the All Black 7 setup, and he was schooled in Australia and played in the Holden Cup for the Bulldogs for a season, just like Nehemiah Naskata.
Looking to add to his 18 points, 1 penalty, 5 conversions and a try. Caleb Trask. That's far. Just wipes it across the face of the goalpost. So Simonson happy with the efforts of his forwards, no doubt. That, of course, is all about solid scrum. Laid the foundation, and Plenty open the scoring here at Rugby Park in Invercargill. The kick-off comfortably too for Bay of Plenty.
Outside.
Campbell under pressure from McDonald. Box kicks. A good one. Gortai got his hand to it, but he's knocked it on, so it'll roll into touch. The option here for Southland.
Well, a good start, Bay of Plenty, as we've seen, scoring that opening try, early try. It's just how they now back that up. Part of both these team seasons, really. They've had moments of very good rugby, backed up with errors. The basics well as they get back into the game. There's a turnover now after a knock on after that kick chase. How they respond on defence here with Southland all lined out.
Let's go, Jimmy! Right winger. Stationed on the right shoulder of Raymond Nu'u. Keen to get involved, but I guess going back to that good start, that would have been very much the focus from Clayton McMillan when you're playing a side that's haven't won a game all season. You tell your troops, get out there, score early, and hopefully the heads drop from the opposition straight away. So it's first job done, no doubt, for Bay of Plenty.
Yes, Jimmy! He's on his knees! Straight on his knees,
Getting plenty of advice, Deputy Cottrell, as always, you'd expect.
Now we've got a debutant, Ethan de Groot, number 1 for Southland. He's up against a very experienced tight head, Ross Gildenhuis, back in New Zealand, a stint with the Mako, then back over to South Africa, and now back in New Zealand again. But Jesse McDonald, hooker for Southland, and only his second start, so a little bit of combination across that front row. See if they can get it right now.
Goal collapses, and Bay of Plenty only 8 minutes into it, but everything going their way.
Yeah, dominant scrum. You could see the pressure coming on. The ball was stuck in the channel. Really, there was only one option for that front row. They had to go down, the pressure on. You can see the pressure coming in. The ball is there. It's stuck. They can't reach to hook that ball right in front of the referee.
5, 8, 9, 1,
Line out, finds its target, and they go to work here. Bay of Plenty got good depth on this driving maul. Away comes Campbell, sees space in behind under advantage, so decides to chance his arm. No result, they'll come all the way back for the penalty advantage here.
Entry to the maul.
And I'm picking. They'll look to Repeat the same dose here. Sideline driving more.
That's smart play for Bay Prenny. They get that penalty off that scrum. That gives the forwards confidence. They take to the line out and they look for that drive. Keep putting that pressure on at set piece time, getting the forwards access into the game. And after that, on the drive we've just seen, why not have another crack as they walk to that line out, look for Mitch Carpick. Number 7, he'll take that halfback spot, which signals the intention to drive.
Crozier. Bang on again with his throat. Sideways initially from Bay Plenty, but now they get some go forward. Crozier, he's driving in the boot. Campbell dishing out the instructions. And they've got it up high. This will be over. Crozier. Cottrell looks in. Has a look. A double blow, so they'll just check this one. Hard to figure out. Ben Castle, how he wouldn't have grounded that, given good momentum over the line. A little consult with the AR. Might have a couple of things to look at.
Yeah, Mo?
Well, it's a well-executed drive.
Yeah, Kirk,
So
I believe
we'll
the
get a look
ball
here.
might be held up. Can you just double check for me in case there is a grounding?
Looking for a grounding. Going back to the drive, they had set up well, they were patient. Southland did their best to disrupt. They stayed together and we'll get the end of it here. It's just a few, well, they're Bay Plenty bodies really. You have enough room to get it over the line, certainly over the line. Hard to not give it.
This might be a good angle. Kirk Gray, bodies everywhere. As I say, I guess, old story, hard to rule on assumption, but look at that. And then, well, you'd consider that anyway. Renton's offside. Certainly heading towards the grass.
It's only got to touch one blade, bit of rubber, one blade of grass, surely.
We've got a decision.
Yes, Kirk. Okay, so what you're saying is that the ball's been held up. Okay, therefore we're going to go back to the penalty for entry. Right, cheers. The ball's been held up. Entry into the maul, so we're going to go a penalty here on the 5. James.
And yeah, here's a warning.
No, it's held up. We're going to go a penalty for entry into the maul. That's the second one. And there
That was the referee's original call.
Right,
He
so the
couldn't
next
see the grounding. There was no
entry
evidence to
is gonna
suggest it had been grounded from
Right,
the
chat to them.
shots we can see. But as you can see, Richard, the Renton coming
And
on
yes,
the side
yes,
there
you were one
offside.
of them. In the side. Come from the back.
Oh.
Happy?
Familiar with each other. Tony Lambert. We spent time in the Hawke's Bay. Tiffany Cottrell. He's out of the Hawke's Bay. In fact, out of my old rugby club, Ben, just to give them a plug. The technical. Oh boy, so he's a Texan, Tiffany Cottrell. So he'll do a good job in my mind today. No doubt about it. Again, spot on with the throw. Bay of Plenty. Southland initially repelled, but now Bay of Plenty have a way on, grabbing a little bit sideways, but more importantly forward. And then the chairs go up, and who's going to come up with the ball? That's Tom Crozier, so he got it the second time around.
Why wouldn't they go again for their line-out drive? It's functioning well. Crozier in a first crack at it, but couldn't see the grounding. Now another go. Well, they've set up well. Have the forward pack from Bay of Plenty in that drive again. You can see their patience. A good lift. It's a good throw again from Crozier. He joins the back there. You can see some of the numbers. There's 2 backs involved as well. Liam Steele and Terence Epitema. You see the number 12 at the back there, so that's plenty of numbers. Pushing against South and they fall apart. Crozier just to the right, dives over. It's a well executed move. Well done.
On the more favourable side for the right-footed kicker. Or hardest come out of the blocks for Southland a little early. no trouble. Or Caleb Truss, so plenty. 12-0 after 12.
Exactly the start. Coaches would have wanted Cody McMillan, Rodney Gibbs, David Hill. Not the start. Dave Hewitt. After, but how Southland now respond is key.
Take him back.
Gets good height on his kicks, does James Wilson, but Penny do a good job. The pick and go straight through the middle.
Pass back. Hold midfield.
Pass back into the 22, so cut down the 15-metre line, and Southland the opportunity now to spend some time in possession. The ball clean out's good. Shift. Dangerously close to the sideline. Renton. Logan Mitchell on the carrier, now under advantage. Southland, as the Bay of Plenty defence comes screaming off their line, try and shut it down, and it's created an opportunity wide right, and Helder goes to work, crabs his way forward a little bit more. Renton's there to recycle quickly, and they swing it back to the left to Southland. Midfield set, continue in the same direction. Short ball, there's a good one. McDonald makes some good metres. McDonald
still playing advantage to Red.
Tafu. Mars in motion, and again Helder out wide. This time he feeds it to Titamaki, but he's shut down by the cover defence for Bay of Plenty. Back to the midfield for Southland. Good continuity. The big boys picking up their fair share of the workload. Mitchell again, and now they come wide to the left. There's space here, opportunity, great ball into the hands of Lewis Orman. Tony Lambourne the offload, Lewis Orman the try.
Oh, brilliant Southland. That's exactly what they needed. A good 11 phases, they were patient in the build-up, their skill level was excellent.
Can you just chat to that?
Everyone involved, some good strong carrying from the pack. Some lovely skill on this, out on the wing there. This is Lambourne summing up, and Lewis Orman, well, it was a simple run in, but all the work done before it from Southland was very good. They were clinical. They can take some confidence from this. Lambourne, he was involved in a few plays. That's good stuff.
Well, it may have taken 14 minutes for them to get on the board, but that's exactly what the crowd wants. Entertaining rugby. They absolutely love it down here.
James Wilson started every game for the Stags this season. Looking at 79%, 5 penalties, 10 conversions. To the crowd, there was an era of expectation about that. Thinker of Norman's ability, but not to be. So they're on the board though, Southland. Good efforts of the majority of their team there, so that'll be good. Everyone got their hands on the ball. Good patience, recycled well. Spent time in possession of the ball at Southland, and they'll get possession again immediately from the restart from Selby Rickett.
No, it's a move!
He's got his knees to the ground, so they'll need to release him.
Here, leave it, you're on the ground.
Nice, Rossi.
Out of it, 8.
Good work, Rossi.
Sorry, 3.
Oh, good work, Bay of Plenty. Ross Gilden has. You'll need a new shirt.
They held that. They did rather hold that up.
That's very good work, though. Tyler Ardron and some of the other forwards getting involved, just holding that ball up.
Time off.
Lovely take, though.
Time on, guys.
There's
Fights here.
Ardron, he was involved, and then Lau Pepe.
Time on,
Baden
Red.
Wardlaw Number 4, Gilden Hastily knew after the maul was called he could drop to the deck. The ball was nearly there. A little bit of footwork. Bit of a drag.
That's where the jersey got the workout. They're not designed to withstand that. That was Ross's favourite jersey too. He wasn't happy about it. So another opportunity from the set piece here for Bay of Plenty. Sui Fuatai is lurking with intent in behind the Bay of Plenty scrum. Goes down, but they'll have the opportunity to play it. Martina does so on the wraparound is Fuatai, but it goes to ground play on the court. Good hit from Holder. Untidy from Bay of Plenty, but they maintain possession. Wardlaw. Now, quick hands. Half opportunity out wide. Nothing doing for Bay of Plenty.
Release him!
Karpik with the hands out, but he plays. Feeder does Mitch Karpik, and they continue forward. Bay of Plenty took a while to breathe that up. In fact, referee Tipani Cottrell says wasn't able to, and it took 18 minutes and 28 seconds. Ben, I'll just go through my list and I'll find out who won my sweepstake.
Packer's ball, he's stuck there.
Well, there, he'll leave it on though. That's the beauty of it. Bay getting into their work. Some good phases again together, just starting to bend that defensive line of Southland.
Look at that, 61% possession. Territory, that's the big one. The action down this end of the field. Given that statistical dominance, I guess if you're glass half full from South, then you're going, well, we're only 7 behind, and that's a good thing.
Time's on, guys. Say again.
So they'll go to work again here. Bay of Plenty, and this time they've got all sorts of options. The left of the uprights, the scrum, so they've got a big old blind side to the left here if they want to use it.
Stay up, stay up.
Platform's good.
Advantage.
Go forward looking for the penalty, they get it. Bay of Plenty, so again they'll have the opportunity just to throw caution to the wind. Continue the inside ball to Ardron. He beats the first tackle, does Ardron. Crawls his way towards the 5 metre mark. Martinga frees the ball. James Lake looks to recycle. Morgan Mitchell got a bit of a head start for Southland, gets away with it, and this time they look to shift it wide. Fuatai close to the line, brought down nicely by the Southland defenders. Looking for a ball runner, find it, and Lay must be almost there. James Lay, he's not, so Campbell will require another pass this time to Hilton Hills. And they look wide, opportunity galore. Who wants it? No one. Well, they did all the good work, Ben, and the build-up created the opportunity, and then the execution let them down, but they come back to the straight arm penalty.
Well, not quite the result they were after. They, as you said, done all the hard work. Some very strong carries from their forwards. What I really like about Bay of Plenty today, their forward pack have come here to work. All putting their hands up and taking that ball forward and getting over that advantage line. Just that last pass. Just everywhere, just had to go.
Well, it's 2 on none. It just had to go to hand, and it was try time. They'll have another opportunity here.
Inside the 15.
Same setup this time. Karpik brings it back to the left, 1-on-1 for Fuatai, and he does it easily. Disappointment from Jay Renton. He was the sole defender, went 1-on-1 with Sui Fuatai, and Fuatai wins hands down.
Oh, clever move. after a couple of very dominant line-out drives. That's what Southland were preparing for the onslaught. They had about 10 in that line-out as well. Terence Epitema and Liam Steele had gone back into that line-out. And a little bit of a shift. You can see there's a lot of numbers in there. And then a lovely move, Karpik. And then a one-on-one and the dancing feet of Fuatai. Too good. See Karpik there, just delaying that pass. Renton will want to see too many of those.
Looking to bring it round. Trask, and he's done it oh so nicely. Got it any closer to that touchline, Caleb Trask. And he's picked up another 2 points for Bay of Plenty, so they stretch again after the Southland comeback. James Wilson, there's no doubt he gives Chasers plenty of time to get underneath and compete. Wilson, but done easily by Baden Wardlaw for Bay of Plenty. John thought about the pick and go. Decides that box kick from Campbell's the better option. Nice work from Tuamavave on the kick return for Southland. The group. Midfield target for Southland from McDonald. They change direction. And the pick and go. Did he release? No, oh, we saw it earlier. Selby Rickett not happy.
Their release.
That's tough, isn't it, for Southland? They get a bit of a roll on. Some nice hands, some good strong carry. Yeah, it's hard done by.
Yeah, it was subtle and it was quick, but too quick for referee Cottrell, so you can understand the frustration from Selby Rickett.
Watch your side, I watch mine.
It's a stag.
That's some good work with a balloon, that's what that is. Down the back to Martinga, off the top, good ball for Bay of Plenty. Timmer into the contact. Ardron can't hold it.
Playing advantage for the knock-on.
So Southland is going to struggle to recycle this, so referee Cottrell will come back to the knock-on and
advantage,
take the advantage. Thank you very much for Southland.
They'd set that up again. Well, used it a couple of times. Now that inside ball just back against the play. Tyler Ardron running a good line. Just probably overrunning it on that occasion.
Their last one, all three of you went under. Just inside, yes.
It's a good contest at scrum time. Two good packs. Morgan Mitchell has been in very good form this year. The tight head for Southland.
Approach! Point! Stay up one! Use it.
Solid enough for Southland. James Wilson to really lay into that. He's got it pretty much to the halfway. Plenty players protesting that. Pass that back, but you know, they're inside when that all occurred. So
Red, here's the mark. Here's the mark. I need you to step down.
again, good ball from the back of the line out for Bay of Plenty. Just takes it to the line. They free it up. Steele.
Leave it now, lost!
Can't beat the Southland defence on this occasion, Steele. Marking a quick ball to Ardron. Carpet continues down the short side. Got the ball back. Quickly, Carpet. Udenhuis. Up quickly, Lambourne. Shut down the Baplenty attack on this occasion. Campbell decides to change direction, and it's chased Tiatia. Haven't seen much of Tiatia this afternoon. He's given the ball to his opposite, and Tua Mavavi puts the dancing shoes on and goes to work and does a good job. And Southland, Ethan de Groot,
Wingers on.
and then James Wilson decides, let's get it down, and it bounces favourably for him and force Baplenty to put the ball out. So net result, a good one for Southland.
Yeah, some good work. Yeah, Tua Mavave is dangerous. He's got very good feet. Taking advantage of the turnover ball. Now Southland get a throw. They're getting some territory back.
Immediately from the line out, they look to go wide, but plenty of defence. With Liam Steele up quickly. Half gap for Nu'u to the 22. He goes. He does well, Ormond, to clean that up, but no, little knock on in there. And then you can see the frustration for Southland. Half an opportunity there on that occasion.
Just trying to get the arms free. It was a nice move. Just trying to get around the outside. Good defence though from Trask.
Yeah, last one was really good. Last one was perfect.
Here's the ball! Here's the ball! Let's go! Let's work here, let's go! Get up!
I'll give you a bit more time to bind this time.
Phil hold up, giving us tight 5.
Come on, Tom.
Crouch!
Hurry up message. Big scrum here required.
Both sides pre-engaged. No, we can't keep resetting.
There's an opportunity here for someone, Ben.
Hold our balance.
There he is. He's had a big week, the Hori Bop. He was in Dunedin. He's been on tour for a week. But there's the business opportunity. Someone's got to design something for Mitch Carpet that actually stays around his head for longer than 3.5 minutes.
Binds! Too much.
Text me any suggestions.
You're outside it.
Hori Bop.
And it's on the 5. No balance on the 5, mate.
Heck of a job getting here, because my understanding, Ben, is he hitchhikes everywhere.
Yeah, he has travelled huge distances.
With the
Free
thumb.
kick, by the way.
And then he's got that, his mate he had that on, the life jacket on last week as well. I think that's all they travelled with, and they've been on tour for a week too. Tua Mavave.
Advantage 6.
Swing it wide, and they're under advantage here. Southland. Got himself up offside. Renton wants to go quickly. I think there's some easy meters to be had
Number
here.
6 offside.
Boot of James Wilson. That's a big one, so might as well employ that. He looks to the right-hand side, does Wilson.
Quite a bit off there, 6.
Just creeping up offside. Ardron is the man. Referees my line, but now's the opportunity for Southland. Line out time. Their line out's been functioning well.
In the back, 6 step off.
Selby Rickett in the middle there with Fotheringham.
Under pressure, but they get possession. Renton, they'll need a halfback who's got up. Kick and go. Half foot for Southland, so Renton's up on his feet. Looking for another runner. Renton finds it on the short side. To Hafu. No metres to be had there. No metres to be had there either for Southland. So they decide to free it up. Players in motion. Te Tamaki steps. Karpik's over the top of this. And he's got it. Mitch Karpik at his best. And how about that? So 1 minute Southland hot on attack. Mitch Karpik's, he just gets a sniff.
In or out there?
Check this out from Mitch Karpik, Ben.
Well, Isaac Katamaki, he's picked out the wrong man to go to. He did a lot of dancing, a lot of footwork, which he's very good at. And he's gone straight to one of the best operators over the ground.
And here's the result. They find themselves back on their own 22.
In or out, Red?
Defensive line-out situation.
Lovely kick, chase Ted here.
Just hold there till the line-out's over. Yes.
Fotheringham, the target.
No, you're off feet now, goal out!
They had it for a split second there. That's not going to find touch. So Tia keeps it alive. Off balance, does a good job. Trask decides that the aerial option's the better one.
Yes, on!
Right into the hands of Tuamavavi though. Tuamavavi. His hands on the ball a few times in the last 10 minutes. McDonald. Selby Rickett, he had the ball available. No one wanted it. No one was there to take it. Quick hands to Tuamavavi. Wilson. Holder on the pick and go for Southland. Morgan Mitchell. It's a ball to the advantage line. Te Tamaki spots a gap. Te Tamaki beats the tackle over into the 22. So quick ball required here. They get it, Southland. Selby Rickett again. He's got that left arm free. No one there. No, Wilson into the hands of Lambourne. We've seen this before. On this occasion, he couldn't free it up, Lambourne, but they're 2 metres out, Southland. Lining up. Mitchell has a go. Next cab off the rank, Raymond Tatafu for Southland. The group crawls to the line, looked up, see how far away he was, and now they give it to Mitchell. He's there.
Time off.
They'll check it, but
CMO.
certainly the first instinct's been.
I've seen the ball grounded on the line. Can you just check to make sure that it has been grounded okay? Yeah, so have a try.
Well, checking the grounding, but
Cheers.
the TMO is having a look at Southland now. They're voting with their feet. They're back at halfway. Morgan Mitchell, no doubt about it.
That's
Involved in a couple of carries. He's entitled to stretch out there. Does so. This will be a good angle. It's a good strong carry again from the tight head prop. Just looking at the grounding. The grounding looks good.
Yeah, well, the good news for Southland fans is that the on-field decisions try, so
James, I am checking
a compelling reason for that not to be the case, and certainly nothing in what we've seen.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so I can award the try. Try.
Third try for Morgan Mitchell. The tight end prop. Great reward for Southland. Conversion as well by James Wilson. Oh, they are back, aren't they? I mentioned at the start, is this the day? The crowd certainly backing Southland. Yeah, they're full of confidence. Well, they were going into this match. Bo Plenty have put some pressure on, but Southland, they're fighting and staying in this.
Restart long from Caleb Trask. Return kick will give Tia the opportunity. Trask again. This time he decides to take it to the line. Trask needing a little bit of help here. Oh, he gets it in a big way too. A little pop kick from Nepatema.
Out, please, out, Tony. Gold out. Player didn't roll away. First player needs to roll first. Come on.
Referee.
James. Captain.
This might be a general chat. A little bit heated for a minute there, but
Roll the call, whatever it is, stick with it. And you guys leave the players.
I thought what was coming.
We don't need them
was a
coming in.
message to James Wilson,
we don't need
because
any of that, right?
they got a message early in the game when they'd conceded 3 in a row. Now 6 penalties to 2. That's heavily weighted
Let's just chat to them
against
and make sure that they don't come in, eh? It's going to be a penalty here, not rolling away, tackler. Do it now, please. Yeah, very good.
It's just a general warning. Calm things down a bit.
As quick as you can.
A little bit of feeling at that last ruck. Chase Tete having to remove another body, and Tony Lambourne and Tete getting to know each other a bit better.
Not rolling away.
Tyler Ardron has delivered the referee's message to his troops, and we'll head to a line out inside Southland 22 here, All Bay of Plenty.
Right, if they more here, let's be on.
Good variety at line out time here. What have they got in store for us on this occasion? Stock standard this one, as they look to find a weak point in the Southland drive.
Gold, that's once.
They need to do something here with it. Bay of Plenty gone straight through the middle and eventually to the ground. Ardron, and again Southland infringe. Inside ball. Nepatema stopped in his tracks. Oh, that's Nepatema there. Tight, steps, beats one.
Still playing advantage goal.
Campbell looks wide to Bay of Plenty. Again, under advantage, so it's untidy, and this might bring play to an end, and it does. Tia wants to go quickly.
Well, they don't need to.
He was the only one.
Yeah, that's right. They don't need to. Their line-out's functioning very well. That would be where they're head now. As time does tick down to the end of this first half. Again, some impressive work
James.
across the pack.
These penalties are starting to build
Some of their
again.
big man. There's Kane Laupepe. He's been very prominent in the carry. So many others. Crozier, Lay, Ardron, Karpik, of course. Big chance here. Line out time. Plenty of numbers in it again.
It's clearly down the side, guys. Out. It's way down that side.
Disappointment. And now Pepe Crozier, he's been bang on to that point for Bay of Plenty in terms of line out times.
Guys, push back. Crouch!
Into the last 90 seconds of the first half here at Rugby Park in Invercargill. Plenty was a 7-point lead over Southland. Southland looked for the exit play. Nu'u is stage 1 of that. And then the boot of Jay Renton, stage 2, but he won't find touch, so Tia on the kick return. He took his time. Now he's put his side under pressure, and Southland have recovered the ball, but no, they haven't.
It's my call and I'm not going to change.
Oh, we'll get a good look at this penalty here, but Tia, that's a good hit, Mitchell.
Playing the ball on the
And
ground.
Trask under all sorts of pressure. Good chase. Time by Nu'u.
I didn't see it clearly come off any hand, so I can't.
You're on the ground, the game of rugby, you're out of play.
Here we go, lads, here we go. Finish strong, lads, here we go.
It's a killer, isn't it? It's another penalty. Or Southland, I'm sure that'll be one message. Dave Hewitt will be handing his men at half-time. Got to get that down.
Shortened it up here, Bar Plenty. A couple of the big boys stationed out wide. Back line, and they get good ball off the back here, and Karpik brings it away. Martin. Pepe. It's a good job into the hands of Tia. Drawn short ball to Wardlaw. Liam Steele. Southland fighting for the ball, and Lambourne's picked it up. Lambourne, so Southland, they'll get final use of possession here if they want to play with it. Yes, they do. Wilson. No. Finds Ormond on the wing out wide. Ormond one to beat. Can't do it. They set Southland. Looking for a runner. Oh, Helder couldn't hold it. Frustration for James Wilson in the background. And referee Tipani Cottrell says, that'll do, fellas. Head to the changing rooms. We'll take a break too. Half-time here at Rugby Park Stadium in Invercargill. Bay of Plenty lead Southland 19 points to 12. Seven points the difference between Bay of Plenty and the hometown Southland Stags. We'll head downstairs and get the inside word from the coaching staff with Kirsty Stanway.
Dale, what did you make of that first half?
When we had the ball and played with it, we looked good. As soon as we turn it over and they play with it, they look very good. So it's a matter of holding the ball and play our game, and I think we'll be right.
You're ahead, you're just behind by 7 points in the second half. What improvements do you want to see from this team to make sure that you're ahead?
Discipline, obviously giving away too many penalties puts them on the front foot. So if we can hold the ball, be disciplined and go about our game, I think we'll be right.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Well, Rodney, are you happy with how that first half went?
Not too bad in pitches. I think we went pretty well in pitches and we got some good territory and put a bit of pressure down in their 22, so need to continue that.
What did the coaches ask for coming into this match?
Oh, just a bit of composure. You know, we've been down here for a week or so, just enjoy the occasion. And they're obviously trying to get their first win, so we have to be really composed in what we do.
Good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Well, interesting, Ben, for me, the coaching staff mentioning the fact that Southland are chasing that win, so it's clearly forefront of their mind. They added determination in the Southland Stags this afternoon. It'll be James Wilson with the high restart that will get us underway. Taken comfortably by Bailey Simonson. Good tackle pressure. from Southland. Raymond Tatafu there. Plenty forced to the boot of Luke Campbell, and have only just cleared this a little further than I initially thought, but still within 10 metres of the 22, so good attacking opportunity immediately for Southland.
We're a desperate team, a dangerous team, and that is Southland. Want to break that duck.
Red, come across. This is your ball. Make it big.
Haven't had a season to remember, really. And they'll take some confidence out of that first half. Bay Plenty are throwing plenty at them, and they're still well in touch. And now in the right area of the field on attack.
Plenty of movement, but off the top ball for Selby Rickett.
Play him in the air.
Under advantage here. Southland. Space in behind. This is covered, so they'll come back to the penalty.
No advantage.
Penalty for marking Selby Rickett there.
Playing the man in the air, sorry. 15.
Taken out. So I'll bring this inside out to the 15, but
leave the man in the air.
making James Wilson will turn around and kick it straight back to the sideline.
Well, perfect start. It's good off the line, just interference in the air. And they get another chance to do it a lot closer. 7-8 metres out.
Full line out on this occasion. Jason McDonald waits, throws and finds his target nicely. It's sacked by Bay Plenty, and they've lost the ball. Southland.
Outside shoulder.
Oh no, it deemed to be not straight.
Outside shoulder.
So one each way on that front.
A good look at it. Yeah, Jesse McDonald.
Keep our balance, boys.
It's a call from the AR.
Crouch. Points.
Pretty good contest in the first half of the scrums, Ben.
Yeah, two strong packs. They back themselves at scrum time, both of them. Had a few that go down in the front when two front rows are working out their height and their hit angle. It tends to go down to the ground a bit more when both teams are trying to get an inch, and when they do get it right, they're not moving too far.
Points. Long.
Good hit, Southland.
8-9. The short side for Southland, and then the boot. Luke Campbell.
Just a quick note from the side, no changes for either side at half-time, but the Bay Plenty Steamers have a couple of big-name players to come on. Tanido Latimer for one on their bench.
A bit of firepower on the Bay of Plenty bench. No doubt about that as Southland win the line out. Big contact. Southland again, short ball, can't hold on to it. Tawasusi Tuamavave. No advantage coming for Bay of Plenty, so
Lost forward.
scrum time it'll be.
Saucy, just a wee bit deeper.
Well, we heard Dale McLeod at half-time, the Southland assistant coach, talk about possession and holding on to that ball.
Pressure, no easy release.
Also discipline, but they've got to have the ball first. Just some of those areas that passing and overrunning, handing possession back to Bay of Plenty. It's got to be better there, Southland.
Crouch.
Campbell and Trust
Points.
just confirm the call from this set piece.
Hold up, Red, hold up. Yes.
This time it'll be Campbell directly from the back to the hands of Trask, and he pops it over the top, but it falls straight into the hands of Southland, and Tuamavave will bring this back. It's met, and a solid tackle from Hawani Matenga. calls forward. Off his wing, looking for Wood. Lewis Orman, tackle called. Dumavave. Quick hands, probably didn't need to be from Isaac to Tamaki. Rubs the hands. Looked good in the early phases of that move, and then disappointingly comes to an end.
It's just giving Bay Penny another opportunity with the ball. They've got a solid set piece. I'm not sure Caleb Trask, after that last scrum, that was where he wanted that kick to go, so he gets another crack at it.
Crouch! Point!
It's a good positive stat for Southland in the
Stay out! Let's go! Use!
first half. Giving the ball back to Bar Plenty 3 times, and they make them pay.
Release it!
Full try off the wing. Amble has a dart, looks up, misses the runner. No halfback here for Bar Plenty, so Southland see an opportunity. And they've nabbed it too through Naki Selby. Ricketts doing a great job. Contact. There, Bar Plenty. He stays down. Falling awkwardly. James Wilson very concerned about it too. Southland centre. Meanwhile, Tia looks up. Decides to put the ball in the air.
I think it's good.
Brock Hooper. Oh, he must have landed that just short of the line. Pinpoint accuracy from Brock Hooper.
Yeah, good work. That's it. Getting that territory back. See where it landed. Of course, all planned exactly where we wanted it. Perfect.
Simonson, it is here that gets rolled awkwardly. Oh, he stayed down. James Wilson showed some concerns, but he's taken his spot on the right wing, Simonson. So nothing too bad, although just watching him, Ben, he's hobbling. So I don't know if he's much longer for this game. As Bar Plenty, they got a good way on here. Eventually, they had to clear out a little pop into space from Trask. Bounces, but no kick chase from Bar Plenty. So Wilson decides to return the compliment and does a very, very good job, but this is just going to sit up here. Oh, good release. We've seen that on a couple of occasions. That's the 3rd time.
He's actually let it go and it's gone forward. He's knocked it on. That's the call. This is off a kick. The ball just sitting up there. He's entitled now to let go of that ball, but he's actually thrown it forward. You can see it here.
Yeah, that's one mistake, boys. That's why it's
a little roll. They find themselves in this situation, Bay Penny, after a couple of kicks that haven't really had the chase on them. Handing the ball back to Southland. James Wilson seeing all the space in behind. Lovely kick. Now they get this scrum right. They've got a good back line. Out to the left to Tamaki. Number 14, the right winger. He is just tucked in behind Brock Hooper.
Crouch! Point! Let's go!
Early pressure from Bar Plenty. And too early for referee Cottrell. They go quickly, Southland. Lambourne, he feeds, half gap for Orman, calls forward. Wilson, James Wilson points the other way and heads out to the midfield. Selby Rickett. Now Wilson with his hands on the ball. Ethan de Groot. Nu'u. Clean out's good for Southland. A little pod station to the left and it'll be held up. That takes the contact. Clean out over the top from the front rowers. Do a good job. Lambourne inside ball to Selby Rickett. Wilson showed it. Decided to go. Went nowhere. New on the outside of his defender, but John does a very good job of holding on, and Bay of Plenty thinks that they've turned it over. No, they haven't. Selby Rickett, that's his third carry in this movement. And a very late call comes at the breakdown. It was a Selby Rickett on the carry, but it was his locking partner Fotheringham, the man that was penalised. Heavy breaths out there.
Yeah, they've had to work hard, Southland. That's 12 phases they've put together. 12 very good phases until the end. Getting penalised for entry into that breakdown on the angle. He must go through the gate. Get to that breakdown straight. Well, that's not out.
Tuamavave brings the ball back to the short side. Tuamavave. Simonson makes the tackle. Wide runner is Ben Fotheringham. Upa shifts up and down. The tackled player. Tatafu looks behind, and here's Lambourne in space, and he immediately puts Lewis Orman into space, but can't follow it up, Fotheringham. So again, Southland have coughed up possession of the ball, and Lambourne's given away a penalty. Quick hands, Karpik in a bit of space. Karpik draws the tackle out, finds an inside runner, and Tia he offloads as well, but that's forward.
Few changes here from the Bay of Plenty. A trio of changes, in fact. Trail Joss has been injected into the back line in 22, of course, the sevens player who's come up from Tasman. Tanido Latimer on in jersey number 20. We all know what he brings, of course. All Blacks, sevens at the Commonwealth Games, Māori All Blacks, Super Rugby titles with the Chiefs as well. What a man to bring off the bench. And in jersey number 18, Jeff Waits. He is very, very big, 1 metres 90, 120 kilograms. Of course, he's been playing for the Chiefs in Super Rugby this year. Not much of his day job work as a Sparky, called up with all the injuries to the props in 2018.
It's almost not fair, Ben. Southland been working hard, kept themselves in touch. Then Bay of Plenty go to the bench and roll out Tanido Latimer and Trail Joss.
National reps coming on. Well, great to see Tanido Latimer. Great to see some of the stalwarts. There's another one there, Lambourne. A stint overseas, of course, American international for the USA, number 8. Some of these players have given so much to provincial rugby, and to representative rugby and national rugby in New Zealand, having them back in this competition, the Mitre 10 Cup. It's great to see. Jeff Waits, who is on now at tight head, will have his first assignment now at scrum time.
All the numbers to the left for Southland. There's space to the right if they want it, and that's the way that Renton goes. One-on-one to Tamaki on the outside, Scragg, but Renton backs up nicely inside ball to Lambourne. Looks for another runner, not quite there to Tafu, so he'll go in and clean out, and Southland on the front foot here. Morgan Mitchell crashes over to the 5-metre line, and Renton's quick on the ball. Ethan de Groot shut down. I'll need a half-back here, Southland. A big opportunity for Southland. Tiffany Cottrell's in there, dishing out the instructions. Doing a good job too. Morgan Mitchell on the go again. This time he gets over the 5-metre line. Digging in, McDonald. Lambourne's got his hands on it at the back. He'll pick and go. No, that's Tatafu with his hands on the ball. Held up. Looks up, decides he'll have a crack on his own. Held up. Short. Renton dishes out the instructions, but referee Cottrell says, I've had enough, and actually he's going to say, I'm going to have a look.
So I originally thought short overlap. Time out.
It's good refereeing. His initial call was it was short, and then he's blown the whistle to stop play, then he's had a look and said, oh, this is worth a look.
This could be big.
Yeah, my initial thought is that the ball is short. Can you just check? So you're going to go with short, then we'll play a scrum 5 unless you can tell me otherwise.
Well, they're still in it. Even
Yeah,
if
no
it's not a
try.
try, Southland, some lovely work. Off the back, a scrum earlier. 1-on-1 to Tamaki. We'll get a look at it here. It's pretty hard. Their bodies everywhere. Morgan Mitchell doing a good job there to block.
Yeah, cheers.
Our view, we might get a look at it here. It's Lambourne. There's the ball. Ooh, see it there. It's not Lambourne. It's Holder.
Yeah, and again, the challenge is going to be, there's no doubt he's got it to the ground, but the on-field decision was held up short, so we've got to prove that. It's got to the line, and Mitch Carpick's done a good job of covering up the option on that angle. You definitely see the ball grounded there. We've got, what we can't see is whether it's grounded on the line.
Well, similar to the Crozier one, isn't it? Where there's no evidence to suggest he'd got the ball down. The referee saw that it was held up. No evidence to suggest it wasn't. There's no evidence in this situation to suggest he's got it over the line, so he'll go with his quarters. Good refereeing.
Yeah, it's very good referee.
Time on.
His initial thoughts were that it was short and was led to believe otherwise, so always good to check. Southland still with a very good opportunity. This time, Brock Hooper standing in the pocket. So he'll determine whether this goes left or right. They can get some right hand up. Lambourne's an option off the back, but he's shifted channels, so here comes Hooper, just short of the line. Hooper and Karpik, oh, he had his hands on it for a second. Karpik, sorry, and then Tatafu's lost the ball. And we come back to the lost possession. Raymond Tatafu.
Substitution happening for Bay of Plenty, the man that's got a very similar haircut and hairstyle to Mitch Karpik, Aaron Carroll on in jersey number 19.
There's Karpik there getting involved again over the ball, just cleaned out. This is where the ball's lost forward. It's Tatafu coming in to just squeeze it over the line there. Can't do it. Again, desperate defence and good defence. Kirsty Moore changes for Southland.
Rolling changes for Southland as well. Number 17, Sean Stoddart is on, and a very special 9, a night for the man in jersey number 19, Presley Tufunga. He's on debut from the Woodlands club, former Ponsonby Ponies player, so down from Auckland. Wonder how he's dealing with that cold.
I was going to say it'll be cold. I bet he's got a thermal on under there.
I reckon too. And jersey number 21, Nicholas Costas as well. It will be coming shortly.
Points! Already engaged.
Here you go, Scotty. First one, stop. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Plenty of chat amongst the front rows.
Keep it
Pretty direct chat.
Crouch! Points!
Campbell just looks up and assesses where the Southland defenders are. Good scrum from Southland, but it's drawn off the back and away he goes. Finds a good inside ball. Steele finds Karpik. And they've carried this all the way almost to the 22, but then they've coughed up possession, and here's the replacement player on debut. Presley Tolfunga, his first carry of his Southland career. Charge down. Lost forward. It's all happening here at Rugby Park Stadium in Invercargill, and Raymond New decides to play some rugby and does a very good job of it. Tuamavaave, and he's released to Tamaki down the sideline, and Tamaki steps his marker, and Isaac Tamaki will score for Southland. It was untidy at parts, but eventually the finish is spectacular.
Oh, that's brilliant from Southland to Tamaki, one-on-one. What a case of footwork for the right winger. Stepping off both feet. It was Tyler Hardron that broke away. Then they turned the ball over. This is the charge down. They couldn't get it in. And Raymond knew. Well, he took off some left, right foot stepping, offloading. Then got the ball. Quick recycle. Looking out to the right here. This is Tuamavaave. Lovely offloaded now. Look at this footwork. 1-2. Oh, left him for dead. And that's put the smiles back on Southland. Well, they've started this half the better of the two teams. They've put the pressure on. They've held on to the ball, exactly what the coach wanted. Their discipline's been better.
Southland with some fresh legs off the bench as well. Nicholas Costas, interesting story. He was born in Argentina, came to New Zealand in 2002, went to Europe and picked up a contract, but came back to New Zealand to play with his two brothers, and now he's a Southland Stag.
The home fans locked it up here at the Southland Stags. 19 apiece and more changes, Kirsty.
Yeah, more changes for the Bay of Plenty. Josh Davey in jersey number 17 is coming on. That's a blood bin. And number 16, Valentine Meechin in jersey 16.
Just wait for time back on. Time on.
Big restart. Nice job in the end from Selby Rickett to control the kickoff. Now there's chat, and there's a real sense of urgency about the Southland side now. And Bay of Plenty have gone cold.
Oh, well, funny what some pressure does. I mean, a team desperate for a performance in front of their home fans. Starting to put some pressure on Caleb Trask. Well, it's uncharacteristic of Trask, but ball wobbling in the air. Southland now, clapping, whacking each other on the back. Starting to G each other up.
Well, on the fresh legs too. Adding energy to the Southland outfitters. James Lay sits in the blood bin. Again, Lambourne shifts channels, but this time plays provider. Wide ball from Costa. Wilson sees space in behind, but a little heavy, and it'll roll into touch. And got a good hit for his efforts, James Wilson.
That's good. No, it's tidy play. Southland, they've just got to play those percentages. It's worked for them in this half, playing in the right area. Forcing Bay of Plenty to play again, offset piece.
How about that? 71% possession. Second half for Southland. And you mentioned Ben, playing exactly where they want to be.
Fair contest.
And Carroll has to fight for this. Lambourne got a hand to that in the regained possession. Southland. Fotheringham carries forward. Here's the little stab kick with Tuamavaave coming at pace. Good job. Cool head.
Back 10. Mark. As soon as you move, they can come.
Taps and goes quickly. Does Truscott. Finds a good touch, so does a very good job. Young player.
That's good work. Campbell running that. Running in the boot like a good 9. Up he goes. Clears his own kick. Now Southland though, still in the right areas. Line out time, short and line out.
4, 1, 8.
Lots of movement, ends up in the go-to man's hands though. Selby Rickett and players in motion. Good tackle to Mavavi, has to recycle. Costa. Gee, there's some purpose now around the Southland outfit. Costa digs in. Selby Rickett, that's carry number, I don't know how many for Manaaki, Selby Rickett. But plenty. He's done a lot of work. The lock forward, as he always done, high tackle, so they're under advantage here, Southland. Short side, numbers. Lu'u keeps it alive, and now they bring it to space here, and Wilson puts it in the air. Hail Mary, see what comes of it. Oh, it bounces awkwardly. Oh, they've got to it too, Southland, so they need players over the ball. No one there, eventually they arrive, but they have plenty.
It's way back there.
Selby Rickett. Gee, that guy does some work.
Well, Bay Plenty, they've got out of jail. There, they let that ball bounce under all sorts of pressure. Just put it high.
Just kick it just there.
Misjudged. Okay, and this is Lu onto the ball, and then Tietia. There's the man over the ball and saved them. Well, there's definitely a sense of urgency around Southland's play now. They do sense an opportunity. To put it in perspective, it's been 2 years since their last win in the Mitre 10 Cup today.
It's a long time, Ben.
It's a long
time
time,
for a win.
yeah, to wait for a win. And this crowd here, I think they sense something. The team out there sense something. That man on your screen, wow, look at that.
You would not want to lose him if you were Southland, would you? Just a quick change. Number 23, Matt Johnson from the Blues Club is on in place of Brock Hooper.
Time on!
So key to a good operating forward pack, having your locks, your big men who can carry, who can tackle, score tries. Manaaki, Selby Rickett run a line out.
Stop, mate. Give them time, and you hold off the mark.
Set! Your ball, Manaaki, your ball. 8, 9, 1, bounce!
Meekum finds Ardron in the Bay Plenty forwards. Get the driving more going. They've got good depth on that, but Southland, they might be in trouble here. And they are, so they carry on though. Bay Plenty, the forwards ignore the advantage. Campbell decides to go. Goes nowhere, and so they come back.
Trying to collapse it. Trying to pull it down.
Might be saved by the length of time between their last penalty, Ben, but they've now chalked up 11 penalties to 3.
3. There's a clear attempt to collapse it. Keep it up.
Slow to the line out. Plenty.
9, 1.
Can't get it going on this occasion, Bay of Plenty, so they release.
Hands away!
Runner comes inside ball. Waits. Tia. It's good for Bay of Plenty front foot ball. There's Hepatema. And Carroll in the tackle of Phil Hilda. Slow to come. Short ball to Ardron, but he had the ball in defence at the same time, so makes no ground. Again, the skipper on the carry. Plenty, what are they cooking up here?
Lost.
Direct on this occasion. Step from Fuatai and the crossover. So Southland.
Obstruction.
Another little fillip for Southland. Some good defensive pressure. They cause a turnover.
Yeah, that's exactly it, isn't it? They're organised on defence. This man out there in the midfield organising as well. We'll see it, just a crossover there. Meechin, the replacement hooker, just overrunning.
Just step off the mark, 18.
The defensive line for Southland is organised and their chatters up. And that's the key. There's multiple phases put together.
Thank you.
There it is there.
Lots of movement when they shorten the lineup. Southland. Landball gets good off the top ball. Good midfield set, creates an opportunity or half an opportunity for Lewis Ormond down the left-hand touchline. Another penalty. This time in favour of Southland, so this will give them a good opportunity. Issues here for Lewis Ormond.
7 off feet. Shot.
Falcon.
Well, they've gone for the shot here, James Wilson. Well, why not? You only got to win by one.
Well, yeah, but they're starting to think about winning, aren't they, Ben?
Just make sure your chasers are back, boys.
So looking to break the deadlock here, James Wilson.
Well, it does give their forwards, the Southland forwards, a bit of a rest, who have been working very, very hard. Equally gives Bay of Plenty a bit of a rest, and now if James Wilson, if he is unsuccessful when it goes past the post, it only comes back to a 22, so they're still in the right area. They'll get the ball back. If he does nail this, and he's well within his capability, James Wilson, then they take the lead.
Strikes it well, likes it, so do the crowd. And Southland are in the lead.
10 and 20.
Well, they're pretty happy in the terraces right now.
He's coming off.
Well, they should be, shouldn't they, really? There hasn't been a lot to celebrate and be happy about. There's been moments
Bay of
through
Plenty.
the last two seasons. Sorry, Kirsty, more
Sorry, Bay of
changes.
Plenty have gone to the bench. Isaac Tiote in jersey number 21 is on. Baden Warlord in jersey number 4 is back on for Tanido Latimer. And for Southland in jersey number 20, Bull Fuka is on the field too.
Right, there he is. Big Bill Fuka. A couple of tries for Southland this season, so I've sent him out as the closer.
Pretty handy substitute.
11 minutes. Southland fans. 3-point lead. Foster to the ear. Easy for Tia, but Madden a big tackle. It's not his first one either today, Morgan Mitchell. He is having an outstanding match. The tight head prop for Southland. Doing his work at set piece. There he is again, Mitchell. And then getting around the track and making tackles, carrying the ball. Little snipe from Luke Campbell. In behind the Southland defensive line. Baden Wardlaw back into the action. There he goes again. Campbell looks for a runner on the inside. Not coming. Epatema. Carroll plays halfback short ball. Forward, no. Southland player picks it up, but knocked it on.
Job done for one of Southland's try scorers today. Morgan Mitchell has come off. Ruben Northover has replaced him on the field. And for the Bay of Plenty, James Lay, he's back on after that blood bin. He's all cleaned up. He's had a bit of a rest and he's ready to go.
How good's this bloke been today, Ben? Outstanding.
Has been good. Look at this. Look at that. Off the line, coming up. This is the 69th minute, and then a bit of a...
and he lets him know too. Love it.
Yeah.
That's what you used to do, isn't it, Richard?
Well, tight end prop getting hold of a fullback.
I'd be just happy to make a tackle like that, Kirsty. I'd be too busy high-fiving myself if I made a tackle to rub someone's face in it.
He has. He's had a huge game, Morgan Mitchell. Of course, we have to think about our Dwayne Monkley medal.
Yeah, that's right. We know, you guys don't.
Yeah, well, we've gone dark, haven't we? The competition now.
Yep. Just to add a bit of intrigue and build up a bit of interest and excitement and who it's going to be. Big night.
All 7 weeks up until this point, the public have been aware of who's been leading it. But now we can wait until the Rugby Awards at the end of the year. But we will still give points out to some of the performers, and there's been a number out there today. Still plenty of time to go in this match. The Morgan Mitchell, Manaki Selby Rickett.
My bad, you're already... I shouldn't have called that.
So, Southland. They're in a position
keep the space, boys, keep the gap.
Their first game, season 2018. And their first game for almost 2 years to the day. But they'll do some defending here, Southland. This Bay of Plenty have a good platform, and it's Ardron to Campbell, and he goes on his own. Tialti, the halfback. Plenty inside ball, here comes Tia loses control. Frustration for Tia, look at that. And equally, high fives and claps for Southland because they've hung on.
2 red sub.
Southland adding some power to their front row. Jersey number 16, you can see him making his way on there. Andrew Reedy for Jesse McDonald.
Well, this is Tia. He's getting close, but just didn't need to let go of that ball. At that point, he knows it. Counting down these minutes, I can't see Southland in any hurry to form up these scrums. They'll be taking all the time they can. They want a solid scrum here. They'll need to have a good exit. Got options, of course. James Wilson in behind the scrum. We know he can kick a ball.
Costa feeds. Scrum under pressure, but they've released the ball to the big boot of James Wilson, and he has banged that back up. Game within a game for a second there with the Bay of Plenty players, but Wilson's done a good job of clearing for Southland. Good ball off the top from Aaron Carroll. Well, Josh. Opportunity. Fuatai beats defenders. Fuatai still going. Basiu Fuatai waits on the carry, and they'll line up here. Bay of Plenty. Wardlaw Warlock puts a big step up, he'll go all the way. Lau Pepe. So the big boys, the tall timber, go to work for Bay of Plenty, and it's Kane Lau Pepe that gets the try, and it's gone silent here at Rugby Park Stadium.
Well, they can't quite believe it, but Bay of Plenty can. Their bench was up as well. They started off the line out, some good carry here. Fuatai has been dangerous with the ball in hand all day, getting through tacklers, bringing defenders in. And you'll see it here, the big number 5. There's been an impressive one for Southland and Selby Rickett, but this time Lau Pepe in his 3rd try for Bay of Plenty, and well, not many more important than that.
Virgin's a gift.
Cool. Perfect time.
We'll get another look at it here. A good carry, lovely little right foot step as well. We're talking about big men who can carry the ball, can run lineouts and defend. And a little bit of footwork too, great time to score.
Norman flying through for Southland. You see an opportunity, but they've given away a penalty here, Southland. So now 4 points, the difference in favour of Bay of Plenty.
Entry and offside.
Sean Stoddard.
Just under 4. That clock's perfect.
Well, now Bay of Plenty, they won't be in a hurry. Now, the game against the clock as well. Just under 4 minutes remaining.
Step off, 5. 5, step off the mark.
Valentine Meacham looking for his target. Does a good job, heads into the boot now, does Meacham, and dictate terms here, and they've given away another penalty, Southland, so Bay of Plenty won't try too much here.
Collapsing.
They're just giving away possession in easy metres at a crucial stage of the game. Clock ticks down inside 3 minutes now.
Yeah, no hurry now. It's another minute gone, another penalty. Just forcing Southland back.
If this is a maul, keep it up, please.
Well, Bay of Plenty, they won't be going too far away from their pack. They're going to get this line out right and then drive, pick and go.
Well, they went up and contested Southland, but Bay of Plenty will come away with it.
5 out, 5 goal.
Still going on the ground. So this will be one off running. Oh, they've given another penalty away, and this will see someone in the bin here at Southland.
Number 4, collapsing.
Ben Fotheringham. Well, he's been off, he's on, and now he's off again.
Collapsing them all.
Big lock.
It's a maul, man. It's a maul. It's a maul.
And you can't collapse it.
That's a bullshit call, Tiffany.
Bay of Plenty. Now, it's been the last 4 minutes of this, but Southland give away a penalty. Bay of Plenty kicked a touch. They have a line out, but Southland give away a penalty. Bay of Plenty kicked the line out, and they've ended up inside the Southland 22 after 3 occurrences of that. And then there'll be no hurry whatsoever here. Bay of Plenty, they're edging dangerously close to the sideline. Turn it back infield. here, and this will be now one pass rugby or Bay of Plenty. Pepe, the try scorer.
Off feet 7.
Pod to the left, and then they'll look to swing to the right, but Southland has sensed an opportunity here. Oh, and they've given away the penalty. So Bay of Plenty still possession of the ball. They'll come back to the penalty.
James, come.
And James Wilson will have a little conversation with referee
All right, I don't want to send
Tiffany
anyone else
Cottrell.
to the bin at that time. All right, in the side. First man was fine coming through, and then the next one just clean straight from here. Have a chat.
Luke Campbell
30.
cramped up, so
Well, and he is the goal kicker as well
30
at the moment.
seconds.
So I'm not sure that unless
Entry.
Chase Tier, well, they're calling for the tee. So they have to really. I mean, you look
well,
at the
that's
time
right,
on
it's
the clock.
Yep. So the clock doesn't stop. All he needs to do is make sure it goes over the dead ball line. Doesn't even have to go over the post.
Well, they've called for the scrum.
Guys, all behind the line.
The T runner needs to be a little bit more assertive here, Ben, and go, no, fellas, this is what you're going to do. There's the full-time hooter, so I guess it's just an in-out play here for Bay of Plenty. They've had no trouble at scrum time today, so you can imagine all things being equal, it's game over and Southland's disappointment will continue. But they will have one last very remote, very faint opportunity here to put some pressure on at scrum time, but nothing doing. And Bay of Plenty, well, maybe there is something doing. They've got it. Holders on the ball here, and is there a fairy tale to be had here at Rugby Park Stadium in Invercargill? And Southland get a penalty.
Well, it's never over until it's over. That ball's got to go out. Well, that is a kick. Look at that from James Wilson. He has just carved off nearly 60 metres.
Hold the phone.
Oh, look at this here. Look at that half-back work there. That's brilliant.
Nicholas Costa, the replacement player, has given his side a sniff here. Cool heads required. Andrew ready to throw. Costa drags it in. Orman into the contest. They won't want to give away penalties here. Bay of Plenty, whilst they've got a 4-point advantage. It's the easy metres that they don't want to give away. They'll make Southland work for every one of the metres to be had here. Fuka. See an opportunity to the left, held up. Orman, and yep, they've got an advantage here. Southland, so the cool heads will just say, we'll take the penalty and the easy metres, please.
Still got advantage red for offside.
They play on Southland. Big switch of direction. Nu'u, he's been impressive this afternoon. Raymond Nu'u. Now an opportunity. Costa looks around. They come back to the penalty. 2.5 minutes into injury time here. Well, extra time it is because the ball's still alive and Southland will get an opportunity.
Stay behind him.
James Wilson, I saw him carve off 60 metres before. How much will he? Well, he's taken another. That's a good nearly 30 metres this time. Now he's starting to get his troops together. The captain, the experienced man, James Wilson.
Hold him. Time's off for a boot. Yeah,
So taking their time here.
You got all the time you need to do
They're
that.
going to shorten it up here.
Time's off for a
Southland.
Set a good space here, please. Time's
It's a
off.
3-man line out. This is the first one of the afternoon for Southland.
Hold on.
So we just wait
Exciting.
for James Later to his boot up. He's ready to go.
Sweet.
Southland just want to make sure they get it, the communication right. And here we go. Strap yourself in. If you're a Southland fan, get off the edge of your seat. Lots of movement, easy. They've got the ball, Southland, and here they come. Wilson to the line. Carpick still tackling as you'd expect from him in the 83rd minute. Runner for Southland. And Bopl have turned it over. So they need to just keep cool here. Bopl recycle. And this time, the big pass. And it's game over. And Tipani Cottrell confirms it. Bopl are relieved. Southland fans are disappointed. But it's been a cracker here at Rugby Stadium in Invercargill, where Bopl have overcome a gallant Southland 26 points to 22.